My lecture is on the environmental consequences of aquatic pollution through the eye of the fish. I have done a lot of work on fish, and the essence of my work is to make the environment and the food we eat safer for us as Nigerians, especially for pregnant women and children who are a vulnerable subpopulation that are exposed to pollutants. We have a lot of pollutants in our environment because we discard a lot of things like pure water nylon, plastic bottles. Nigeria is a big consumer nation, and we have no regulation for recycling of waste as is done in developed countries. As such, there are a lot of pollutants in our environment that is leading to a lot of disorders that we are seeing today. Birth defects in young children, metabolic disorders are on the rise, like obesity, and all sorts of illnesses that are coming up now that we are beginning to see, like diabetes and all. We used to think that these things are from other sources aside from what we have in the environment. The main message I'm giving is that we should be careful what we put in the environment, because what we have given to the environment over time, the environment is giving back to us. As long as we continue to pollute our environment, the pollutants will interact with our cells and at our molecular level to cause problems that become obvious at the general physical level. We want to try and raise awareness for us to know that the notion of thinking that everything depends on extraterrestrial things is not really true. It is the way we handle the environment that will determine the quality of life we live in the environment. We need to develop the attitude of recycling of waste. We need to learn to reuse things and not just discard things. If you go all over Nigeria today, you find pure water nylon, plastic bottles at parties that we throw all over the place. These things contain chemicals that are called phthalates. And phthalates have been associated with breast cancer and other forms of disorders that are coming up. When we want to buy water from sellers in the environment, even pet coke and all that, it's important for us to make sure that they don't put it in the sun. Because when they put such things in the sun, this chemical makes plastic to be soft, and it is not bounded to the plastic, such that when heat acts upon it, it will dissolve into the water and the soft drinks we take. So it's important to let people know that you should not buy water or pure or coke or something from people who put it in the sun, because these are the things causing all the strange illnesses we are seeing these days. And in other parts of the world where there is development and awareness, a lot of these things have been taken care of. Even our industries discharge waste into the environment, and these wastes are not treated. We drink the water, because water we drink, the only thing we do is to disinfect it with chlorine and remove the things we can see. But there are a lot of pollutants and contaminants that we cannot see that is in drinking water, and we drink this, and over time they cause a lot of problems for us. My focus has been on fish, because we are all vertebrates, and whatever happens to fish can also happen to humans. And that's why we are raising awareness, because we cannot do these experiments on humans due to a lot of constraints. But we can do it on lower animals like fish that will give us an inkling of what is happening to humans. And that's why the focus of this lecture today is to let us know that a lot of things are happening in fish, and we may be experiencing it. One of the main thrusts of my lecture today is endocrine disruption in fish. We have similar endocrine systems to fish, and our endocrine systems are vulnerable to the pollutants we have in the environment that we call endocrine disrupting chemicals. In the Nigerian waters, we have found fish that is supposed to have a pair of gonads having 3 pairs of gonads, which shows that something is going wrong at the molecular and cellular level that is bringing up these things. And if it is happening in fish, like I said, it's happening in humans. You will notice that these days we're having a lot of fat people. It's because of the quality of food we eat. We eat a lot of food from canned products and all that are preserved with chemicals, and these chemicals are leading to us getting fat. So the quality of the food we eat, and we are finding this fatness in fish too, because the water environment that we live in is what contains all the waste that we have in the environment. When we put things on land, it leaches or it goes through erosion, surface water runs into the waters that we drink. And that's why we said we should be careful what we are giving to the environment, because whether we like it or not, the things we are putting on land that is going into water is coming back to us in the water we drink. All the things we use to make life easier for us are causing problems for us. You would notice that these days we are talking about climate change. It is because of the pollutants we have in the environment that the world temperature is getting warmer. And these are some of the things I'm discussing in this lecture. But it's going to be a narrow focus. Another lecture will come up sometime later where I will focus on something else. But now we are focusing on metals in the environment and endocrine disruption in fish, and how fish is transforming the pollutants that we have in water, and the fact that the pollutants are overwhelming the fish, and they may also overwhelm us because we have the same similar genetic characteristics at the level of our molecules and cells. Thank you.